For the last couple years, I've really been into collecting physical media such as DVDs, Blu-ray, CD, cassette tape, and vinyl. I prefer physical media over streaming or digital because when I physically have it, then I own it forever. I mainly look for my DVDs at various thrift stores such as Half Price Books and Mega Media Exchange. I also hate it when a streaming service removes things. One example of this is Spotify removing all of George Carlin's stand-up because of a bunch of copyright stuff. So the only way you can even listen to it is if you physically own it on vinyl or possibly CD, or if you listen to it on YouTube. But I guess it's okay because I have Toledo Window Box on vinyl. Because about 90% of his stand-up is explicit content because of the swear words, my Indecent Exposure, some of the best of George Carlin album, all I can think of is this now.
Cancel? Stark Naked won't be there? Why?
His manager says he's overexposed.
That's the best part of his act.
But yeah, so far, those are the only George Carlin albums I own. I've decided to go down the route of physical media to get access to his stand-up and own it, besides listening to it or watching it on YouTube. Plus, it feels more cool to own it on vinyl because then it doesn't have the parental advisory explicit content label on the album because the vinyl came out before 1985. But for some reason, I can't find any of his older stuff on CD. I know I have a record player, secondhand might I add, but I prefer CD over vinyl because then I can listen to the CD in the car when I'm driving to school. But I would love to try to find some of his HBO special stand-up stuff on DVD because it has a different feel to it when to actually watch his stand-up over just listening to it. But mainly his older stuff from the 1960s and 70s and some of his stand-up from the 80s because I like his softcore stand-up vibe he has compared to his hardcore stand-up vibe he has in the 2000s. I know this might sound really cheesy, but I love to be able to physically hold the DVD movie or CD or vinyl. Something in me feels happy when I'm able to do that. Plus, I think DVDs are so cool and that for the same movie, there are sometimes so many different DVD covers. It makes it feel more unique in that way. Plus, I think it's really cool when the DVDs or Blu-ray have a really cool disc. Also, sometimes before I buy the movie, unless there's no other place to watch it, I do like to test watch the movie on a streaming service such as HBO Max, Tubi, YouTube, or even Netflix. I do the same thing with Spotify for music before I go buy a CD. If a movie is more than $15 at a thrift store, I'm not buying it. Unless I'm desperate to watch it, but that's another story. The only time I ever bought a DVD without watching it beforehand were Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, Bill and Ted Face the Music, Car Wash, and Used Cars. The rest I always watch before I buy, but to be fair, Bogus Journey and Face the Music were dirt cheap when I bought it. I still enjoyed the movies enough for it to feel worth to have it on DVD. Another reason why I love collecting DVD and Blu-ray is because I love watching the extra features that mainly come with the Blu-ray. I also love hearing commentary on movies and TV shows if it's an available feature. But yeah, I love watching those extra bonus features. They are always so fun to me, and sometimes it's the most random thing to ever exist. Such as on the Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure Blu-ray, they have the first episode of the Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure cartoon. In conclusion of the section, I love bonus features, but I typically watch them in secret. So, in conclusion, collect physical media. Or if you don't want it anymore, send it my way. I'll gladly take it. Yes, I'm being 100% serious.